Hello, I am Cassidy Amber Chapman, and I am doing a series on telling my story as my first year of being a digital nomad. So last video, we ended on kind of a sad note, but Peru was amazing, and now I was off to Chile. So again, people always ask me, how do you pick where you're going when? Well, Peru, I went because my beautiful friend from Boston, she's from Peru, but she lives in Boston, and she was in the exact time she was going to be in Latin America. I was in Latin America. We wanted to spend the holidays together, and so I got to spend a couple of months in Peru and have a Latin Christmas, which was awesome. And Chile, why did I pick Chile right after? Because it was going to be summer in Chile, and my friend was on break from school. She's a teacher. Yes, I have a friend in Chile. If you've watched this whole series, you're definitely like, what friends is she having all over the world? Because that is the reaction of my family. They're always like, how do you meet these people? We don't get it. My friends, even too, from home, they're like, what? Yes, I have a friend from Chile. And so I was staying with her and her girlfriend in Viña del Mar. And so first of all, I don't want to go to Santiago ever because I want to go back to Viña del Mar because it is chef's kiss. But the way I got off the plane was quite a story. So now I'm on my way to Chile, and I get texted on, right before I got on the plane, my friend texted me, hey, I think there's some kind of fire. We're going to have to take a different route to come pick you up. By the way, my friends come pick me up. Where they live is like an hour and a half away from the airport, and they come to pick me up. I feel so loved. And so I was like, oh, take as long as you need. I feel loved. Just take as long as you need. I don't care. So I finally get there, and they're there at the exact same time because I think I had some delay or it took some time in customs. I forget. But when I got off the plane, again, a beautiful big hug from a friend I've known online for years. We've been really close friends. And we just met for the first time in person. So we were like touching each other, like, oh my God, you're real. You're real. You're real. And it was so beautiful. So we get in the car, and they're like, yeah, so apparently like the fire is like getting really intense, so we might have to take a different route home, but let's just try to go home. So we're starting to drive, and now the air is starting to smell really like smoke. And I was like, They're like, yeah, it's a pretty big fire, like a forest fire. I was like, how is it in the air? We're 40 minutes away from it. Like, how is that possible? Or we were something around there. 40 minutes away from the fire, an hour away from the house. This is 30 minutes into the drive. So we stopped for some food. And then we're told that the roads, all of the roads that we need to take are on fire, and we can't go. And we're trying to find some safe place to stay because it was really intense. So they had a friend who happened to live close to where we were. So we went to the friend's house, and we ended up staying at the friend's house because the fire was so bad. And there was a curfew too. So we had to go inside somewhere. So we stayed at the friend's house. My friend wakes me up at 5 a.m. and says, we gotta go. I was like, okay. So apparently at night, Chile, they have a lot of natural disasters that happen a lot. So they're used to it. Like everyone seemed so chill. Like it was just something that always happens. Forest fires, earthquakes, tsunamis. Like it was like, yeah, we've been through this. And I was like, okay, all right. we're chill about it, so I'm chill. Honestly, I was really calm because of how calm they were. And so I got told that we were supposed to leave at 5 a.m. At 5 a.m. So what happens with the forest fire is that because it's cooled off at night, there's only teeny flames all throughout the the forest when it's usually like all the way in the air, super high during the day. So we had to drive at night because there was going to be a curfew at like 11 a.m. So that the firefighters could work on the fire. And the fire got so bad. So we were driving through the fire. I'm starting to see the little flames in the fire as we're driving through it. I'm like, oh my God. So then we finally get to the house. The house is 10-minute walk away from the beach. So we're super close to the beach somehow, which makes the house protected from the fire because of the sea breeze. Anyways, I'm getting woken up by my phone doesn't even have service. I don't know how it's even doing this. Both my phones are going crazy because there is evacuation notices. So now I'm knocking on my friend's door being like, hey, it says that we need to evacuate. And they're like, oh no, don't even worry about that. That's the other part of the city. So there's every single hour, there's a new part of the city that is told to evacuate. So I was like, are we gonna need to evacuate? They're like, no, don't worry about it. Like, don't even worry about it. So I was like, okay. They're like, we're close enough to the beach. Like, we're in a safe place. But so what ended up happening, by the way, I keep hearing this. It's ridiculous. And my friends are like, again, no worries. We actually became a sanctuary for somebody else who he had to evacuate his house because the fire was in the area of his house, which was really, he seemed so chill about it. Things happen all the time. And so actually we had a great time. We were cooking food. We were doing jam sessions. Like, we were singing along to songs. We were watching movies. Like, we were having actually a great time together. And they're like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Your first day in Nomad in Chile is literally you're quarantined because of fires. And I was like, no worries. Actually, I can get some work done. And I was having a great time with them too. And we were just laughing. And finally, after a week, the fire stopped. So it took a while for them to calm the fire down. And actually, it got pretty intense. It actually became the second deadliest fire in this century, which is really crazy. So it was interesting living through that. And then also when we were driving through the forest, it was so sad because it was completely gone, completely dead. It was devastating to see, especially to see all the people that were really hurt, and the things that had happened because of it. And also there was that happening, but also I was having an amazing time because I was with my friends. I was having an amazing time because we were a 10-minute walk away from the beach. And if you know me, I love a good nature trail. I love a jungle and I love a beach. And I felt so nourished living by a beach. 15-minute walk. I mean, we're roomies. They rent out their room a lot. So we were roomies. I was just so happy. And living by the beach, I loved it. So I was living by the beach, and I mean, Peru, we were also but the beach in Peru though was more of a cliffside, like ocean view than it was putting my feet in the sand. I love putting my feet in the sand. So I loved that so much. And I didn't do too much touristy things because I just wanted to go to the beach every day. I was just so happy. I was at the beach and I was having the best time. And I mean, we did so many cool things. Like, I got to see my friend. Both of them are musicians. I was able to see her concert. I was able to, we did some exploring in Bariso. I forget what the town was called. But it was a super cool chill place, and we were exploring that area. I mean, everything was just cool. And then I went to go, my friend had a birthday. Her cousin had a birthday, so I went to a family birthday party. Again, Latin culture is so welcoming. I felt just like a part of the family, and I loved it. Loved every part of it. Now, at this stage, I was starting to cook a lot for my friends, and they're like, oh my God, I love your food. And so there was like so much just sharing of love, of food, of, we were just having the greatest time together. Honestly, I felt like I could stay there forever, and that would be my home forever, because I loved Chile. I loved it. So we were exploring different places. We went to different beach days. I mean, it's so simple. It sounds so simple, but it was exactly what I needed. And yet again, it was another space where I felt so inspired to work on my communities. I relaunched my group program that I love with all my heart, the Connection Activation Community. It's all about building a life you love and loving your life right now and doing it in community with people, because again, I love bringing people together. And I started an online open mic night event. I mean, I was just bringing people together. It was just making me feel like with so much love. I just wanted to bring people together. And so I was just creating a lot of things for me to do that. And so I was also just seeing my clients and the transformations and the sessions, and it's just so powerful. And I love what I do so much. I love being someone's cheerleader. I love being someone's support. I love giving people the tools and breaking the illusions, the excuses they're creating, and helping them actually see how to love their life and build a life they love. I'm so happy. Makes me happy. And was there anything else in Chile? Because, I mean, it was just so chill. I was chill in Chile. Cracking myself up. Yeah, I think that was living by the beach. That's all I need to say. Hearing the seagulls going when I go to sleep, it's a nice feeling. So this was Chile, and next will be Dubai. So I will see you on the next video of this series, and remember to be brave, to be bold, and to be who you are meant to be. So much love. See you in the next video. Ciao.